of Adar. It marks the Hilula of a great Tunisian rabbi. His name was Harav Kadir Shlomo Aton. Zecher Tzadik Libracha, a great rabbi of his time. He was born actually towards the end of the 19th century, right at the end, in the year 1899, and passed away in 1975. We're talking about 50 years ago, here on the 18th of Adar. Now let's explore a few of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. Now he came from great rabbinic auspices in of itself, and I think he was born, as we said before, in the area called the Djerba, which was let's just say a bastion area in Tunisia in of itself with regards to Jewish life, Torah life, and was absolutely thriving over there. He would learn Torah from his rabbi, another rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before, Rav Mekikatz Shaul Ashli Zecher Tzadik Libracha, really great rabbi, and would really much be learning and excelling inside the Talmud Torah. And I think he would actually serve as let's say an assistant inside the Talmud Torah, respectively, where he was garnering up real shimush experience with some of the great rabbis of Tunisia, while at the same time learning very high level Torah. He would teach in the synagogue also of Rabbi Hizkiah Peretz in Hara Kabira. I believe this was like the Jewish large quarter in Tunisia, respectively, in that specific area. It's actually interesting. I think we spoke about Rav Hezkiah Peretz only just recently in the last week or so. And I think afterwards he would end up teaching more in the famous Perienti synagogue, which was a reasonable from the Jewish quarter, let's just say, which we just mentioned about. He would very much be part of not just teaching inside the synagogue, but keeping up with the synagogue. And if it was, let's just say, a tough time, especially in the summer or the winter, he very much tried to engage the students into learning Torah, Yakdut in of itself, and really promoting. He was also a Sofer Stam. It was reported over someone that writes Mezuzot, Tefillin, Seferei Torah. He was a Shliach Tzibur. He was a very great cantor, and very much had much to do with synagogue life. And I believe towards the end of his life, he would actually be Zocher, and to actually make Aliyah, a move to Be'er Sheva in Israel, respectively, over there. And I think he would build various different initiatives, let's just say, over there, including a synagogue called the Torah, וחיים. I think the synagogue itself was actually named after his Rabbi Chaim Xhouri, who was a very great rabbi, who's spoken about on various occasions on this, let's just say, this Magna series in itself. He really had a central line spirit behind the synagogue. And very much he would do the Torah reading also. He would give, let's say, magnanimous sermons to mitchazek the community, to strengthen the community. He would make sure that there was a minyan, I believe, reported over inside the synagogue, and he would always try to be the one among the first over there. And he would do minyanim constantly, and that was really like a beacon of Torah inside that specific area. Now, I believe he actually passed away. It was a Friday night, it was a Shabbat night. The 18th of Adar was in the year 1975, and he would be buried in Beersheba. I think various different amounts of his teachings on the Torah, on the Gemara, after he passed away, was actually printed, I think, through the people that davened, prayed inside his Beit Knesset. The book, I believe, was called Benjamin Tza'ir, very famous book in itself. Now, many of his teachings, especially in the Benjamin Tza'ir book, teach many great things. This is one of the phrases that's actually brought down, I think, on the 7th page, featured. It's another teaching, for example, he gives. And various different teachings, examples are given over here, but it was very much a great book. Rabbi, Tunisia, especially during the late 1800s, early 1900s, or let's just say in of itself, that specific time period in of itself had a huge printing press. There was a lot of people that started printing books at that point in time, and he very much embodied that. As we can see over here, he printed his book, and much is actually related with regards to that. There's a lot of information about him online, especially in the Kiseh Rachamim website, I believe. And please learn more about him, like candles in his memory. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. If you happen to be related to any of these great Chachamim, please send me an email. I would love to hear more. if you feel other people will be interested in watching these, share the videos to those people respectively, and don't forget to subscribe now to the channel. So wishing you well, take care, and blessings from Israel.